What's up, everyone? This is Super Marcel, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. In the last episode, we were on the path to try... Are you panicking? Why are you panicking? There's no... Is it the helicopters? Probably the helicopters. In the last episode, we expanded this big enclosure in an attempt to try and make it to 5 stars. We are very, very close to getting to that point. But otherwise, I think that's really the only main points that you need to draw off of, is that we extended the enclosure, added way more dinosaurs, including Archaeornithomimus, Dryosaurs, Allure Titan, and the whatnot. And we might turn this into a safari. I don't know. It depends on whether or not we get 5 stars. Now, in this episode, we have heaps of money. And off screen, I've been trying to, do contracts. Admittedly, as we can see through the bar, there's a bit one-sided on who we might have been with. But I don't know, what can I say? They're offering more money. I don't know, at least we're not getting sabotaged. I guess that's the main draw factor. I kind of had to go with the underground to get to the money to this point. But we have the money and we have the DNA to hopefully make Acrocanthosaurs. And that might be the one big step that will finally get us to our 5th star. Now, in the middle of this episode, I have to also quickly address before we do go into the Acrocanthosaurs. So, today is the 11th of August, right? Just to give you a sense of time of when this is set in. That means, literally just last night, new big update just dropped, right? This is the marine animals update. I don't think that's the name of it, but like it's pretty much themed around that. It's literally just an update themed just around marine reptiles, and it's more than just the marine new animals, right? Of course, we got 4 new animals: Shonisaurus, Dunkleosteus, what was it? Nophosaurus, and Archelon. Hopefully sometime in the future we'll get one of those all of those creatures. I want to get all of them, right? But there's not only did we get the new animals, we also had a free update in the base game as a whole. We have new attractions and something that was much more needed for a long time. We now have marine reptile interactions. So we have Leopleurodon, so hopefully we can spy a Leopleurodon, do a little interaction with one of its mates. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to show it off because this is an awesome update. This is definitely something. This is something that the game needed, because before this update, this big new DLC, the game, the marine reptiles were kind of meh. Like, it's cool that we have them, and it's cool that they were there, but they were like so almost lifeless, or not lifeless, but robotic almost. They didn't really feel that lively. They were just kind of just there. But with this update, with the new attractions, we have the new attractions that I wonder, can I actually build it right now? Truck tour, lagoon viewing stand. Can I research it? Or is it because I'm in Malta I can't? More guest attraction modules, just modules, not actual. Damn. Oh well. I was really hoping we would build it, but perhaps in another park. I want to say in the close future, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's most likely going to be the far future, because there's a lot of pre-recordings that predate even before the Feathered update. There's a lot of pre-recordings that you guys need to catch up on. But hopefully someday in the far future, we will get one of the marine reptiles and we will use it in an attraction from the marine lagoon. But I want to see an interaction. I want to see the Leopleurodons just interact with each other somehow. If we can just see that, that would be really nice. Ooh. Hunting prey. Nom nom nom. Come on. I've seen their interactions. I've seen all of them. So I know what it does, the Leopleurodon. And it's pretty sweet, actually. Oh! Oh! Socialize it! Oh, here we go! Here we go. It's coming up to the other guy. Saying hi. And then it does a little spin. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's really nice. It's really sweet. It's like a look at me type of interaction. Oh man, there's plenty more to come from for the other marine reptiles. But yeah, this is awesome. It's really cool. Unfortunately, I can't utilize the marine animals update in this DLC because I'm currently playing a campaign DLC Malta, which seems to be really limiting the other DLCs, unfortunately. Like the feathered update, the feathered DLC and the marine DLC update. But hopefully we can still like find a way to use at least some of the assets to the new update. You know, the fact that the marine reptiles now have interactions is awesome. And you know, it's a pretty cool. The devs of Frontier really are just good people, right? They really listen, and they're like, okay, you guys want us to work on the marine reptiles, so we're gonna work on the marine reptiles, you know. And now that we've gotten all this new stuff, and it's awesome, you know. I think the next logical step to go forward for a new DLC and just for the game in general, I think the next step forward is to work on the aviary, because while the aviary is more lively than the aquarium, it's still lacking some stuff. You know, the pterosaurs don't quite have an interaction. I mean, they do. They have an interaction when they're eating from the feeders, but that's pretty much it. They don't have an actual general interaction, and I feel like the pterosaurs need that. You know, maybe some cool aviary attractions, like let's say maybe like you have like a viewing gallery that's in the sky. Wouldn't that be cool? You just be like walk into this little elevated area, and they'll just take you to like this little room in the sky where you can just look down at the pterosaurs flying from below you. That'd be awesome. And just think of the possible flying animals you could go with in regards to a DLC with flying reptiles, pterosaurs. You could get, let's say, Pterodostro. Pterodostro would be cool. You know, it's this weird filter feeding whale looking pterosaur. You could go for, let me think. Rhamphorhynchus would be cool to have. You might even, I would say you might even get away with getting in some flying dinosaurs. Put in Microraptor or Archaeopteryx or even Yi, this weird bat dinosaur thing. You got a couple good ideas that you could do for an aviary DLC. But yeah, I think the next logical step forward is to start working on the aviary and pterosaurs and stuff. But it's awesome that with what we got with the marine reptiles, and including now thinking about it, with the marine reptiles, it's the rocks. They've added this little rocky viewing area, right? For the Nophosaurs and the Archelon, and the idea is that either animals would be able to just climb onto the rocks and they'll just rest there, right? And that's a cool attraction. I like that. And now that we have that, we now have some more unique opportunities that we could add in for future DLCs, right? Sarcosuchus, this big giant crocodile, could work, or maybe some other semi-aquatic animals. I don't know. I mean, like the fact that we have Dunkleosteus now, which was a giant fish that existed long before the dinosaurs. Who knows? You could, I don't know, put in some Tiktaalik if you wanted to or something. I don't know. Have a bit of fun. Yeah, it's interesting what we're going to see moving forward with this game, but I feel like this marine update, I haven't played it to its full extent, but I can already feel that this update will probably be the best update that this game has had for a long time. Alright, so now that I have addressed that, let's start building the park. I want an Acrocanthosaurus. This big area right here is perfect for it. So let's get Acrocanthosaurus if we can. And hopefully we don't reach 5 stars by the time that happens. But we'll see what happens. Oh, no way! We can get it! We can get the DLC stuff! We can get Arculon! What? I really didn't think we would get the DLC stuff. Oh, I hope that carries over to the other islands. Because I'm definitely going to get him on the other islands. If I can. Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Let's focus on what we were originally supposed to do. Acrocanthosaurus. I think one's good enough, but I wouldn't mind if we had more. Alright, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here is the Acrocanthosaurus.
Asset requiring collection.
There it is. There's that big chunky boy.
Asset delivery confirmed.
Hey, look at you. You like forests, huh? I wonder if this is enough. Surely this is enough. Yeah, I think this would be enough. Space would be no bigger brainer. Okay, then I think we're gonna be good then. So everyone, this is Acrocanthosaurus, a very cool dinosaur indeed. This is a Carcharodontosaur. So these were like big giant theropod dinosaurs that existed like around the early to mid Cretaceous period. They had like long-faced, fairly kind of almost skinny, definitely much more narrower than a Tyrannosaurus head, I'll tell you that. But and they had these sharp serrated teeth that were able to cut like flesh very easily. It's predicted that Carcharodontosaurs were like sauropod hunters practically because of how adapt their teeth are. But Acrocanthosaurus is an interesting one. So Acrocanthosaurus, as far as I know, is the only Carcharodontosaur that lived in North America. So this was in, what was it, the Cedar Formation, I think it's called? So there's an interesting formation, and a couple other places here and there as well. But from what I've researched, I'm pretty sure it lived in Cedar. So Acrocanthosaurus lived with dinosaurs like Tenontosaurus, which were these very long-tailed iguanodonts, and it even lived with Utahraptor. Yeah, this dinosaur got to see the day like the famous velociraptors and whatnot, or the real-world equivalent of velociraptor, right? Utahraptors, Deinonychus, and there are a couple here, different dinosaurs here and there, some sauropod. So now, that's where it lived, but the most interesting thing about Acrocanthosaurus is, for one, yeah, it's the only North American Carcharodontosaur, but it's also famous for having this bizarrely, like, long spines. Like, not necessarily as dramatic as Spinosaurus, per se, but it definitely had a very equivalent spine. I don't think this model really gives it justice. Well, it kind of does if you look at it from the backside, but I feel like the spine, I think J-Pog really nailed the weirdness of the spine of Acrocanthosaurus. It was fairly long and like strange. Now having this long spine gives a couple interesting theories. I don't think it was like an actual proper spine like Spinosaurus per se, but there are theories that instead what would have been held on the back was more like a hump. So this was like a humped dinosaur, kind of like a camel almost. Now what this hump would have been used for is there's a couple of different theories here and there. Some say it's, you know, as per usual in most animals and wildlife, sexual display, like a nice, like, look how healthy I am to the females, I'm really good at hunting. Some people say that it's a food storage, a fat storage for the dinosaur. So like it would eat and then like the hump will grow, and it'll last longer without needing to eat food and meat and stuff, right? That's an interesting theory. What was it? This is it. But I think there's also stuff here and there that also says that like the hump supports like muscles that connect to the neck, which is very stiff and strong, right? And having such a stiff and strong neck means that it has a tighter grip, and like that's where it's like knife teeth come in, and like will be able to kill prey much more prominently. Yeah. Oh man, what a cool dinosaur. Yeah, very, very bizarre and interesting dinosaur. I don't really have anything else to say about Acrocanthosaurus, but I think this is definitely a fitting dinosaur for Malta Park, for our big star attraction. And of course, as soon as I get it, we get a storm coming in. We're gonna deal with that storm, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, I'm surprised that that was not a 5-star attraction though. I really thought Acrocanthosaurus would be like the big push, because this dinosaur is basically the early Cretaceous equivalent of Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh boy, now we gotta get. Oh no. Oh boy, what is going on here? All right. Yeah, it's like the early Cretaceous equivalent of Tyrannosaurus Rex. So it was quite, ferocious for its time. It was probably top predator. Assuming that the whole, like... No, what am I saying? Of course it's not true. The whole, like, the Utah Raptors can take on a big Tyrannosaurus Rex if it wanted to theory. It's like saying, like... Well, I don't know. It's weird to think. It's like, I would say it's like the equivalent of, like, wolves taking on a polar bear. But the thing is that wolves would take on a polar bear, so I don't know. Maybe raptors would. Maybe if there was like a lot of raptors, Utah raptors, maybe an Acrocanthosaurus would back down. I don't know. It's interesting to think about, because Utah raptors is something else entirely. Because like Utah raptors is like one of the weird exceptions when it comes to raptors. And what building's broken? Okay, you need to be fixed. But because our Ranger team is inept, I'm gonna have to fix it myself. It is a wonder how I have not fixed this path yet. No, why are you flying the drone?
Asset being transported.
Man, it looks perfectly fine and normal from here, but then once you drive it, go. Whoa, whoa, slow down. What the hell is going on? There's a bloody mass grave all of a sudden. Oh, we are so close to getting 5 stars. We're probably going to get it in this episode, so. Oh, I know what we could do that might make a difference. If the Allosaurus doesn't boost up the ratings, we're gonna build a safari ride in that little enclosure there. You gotta be kidding. There is something about this hatchery that helicopters just hate. For the past like minutes off screen, right? So let me paint a picture for you, right? Picture this, right? There's a Pachyrhinosaurus. Pachyrhinosaurus is alone, you know, the other ones just died, so it's breaking out. Okay, so I was like, oh, okay. I need new Pachyrhinosauruses. I better get some new Pachyrhinosauruses. Okay, let me just go into this hatchery, make the Pachyrhinosauruses. Okay, I'm done. Alright, they're ready. Okay, just airlift them into the enclosure. Surely they'll be fine, right? Now picture this. While I'm working on the park, suddenly out of nowhere you get a notification, Pachyrhinosaurus just escaped from the enclosures, and you think, what? Why? And you look over to see that the Pachyrhinosaurus is still alone, and you thought, huh, why is it still alone? I thought I just got some Pachyrhinosauruses. And you look over to where the bloody Pachyrhinosaurus was supposed to be, and these gooses just staying like above the hatchery, just not doing anything, just allowing this to go on, when we got a couple perfectly healthy Pachyrhinosauruses ready to go. But these guys are just going like, oh, I don't know, I think we should just hover here. Now picture same thing, right? I got a contract. Okay, $4 million for Australopithecus, right? Fairly simple. I make a couple of Australopithecus. They're ready to go. They're ready to hatchery. Ready to go off into the cargo ship. And they just stay there. And I save the game. I go backwards in time to that save to see if that will fix the problem. No, they're just still there. They're just gonna stay there. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know why it's there. It's perfect. It works perfectly fine with the other hatcheries, but for some reason, this specific hatchery, these helicopters just are absolutely petrified of. Alright. Helicopters still stuck? The helicopters are still stuck. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna go back. And we'll see if that fixes it. I feel like the Ceratosaurus might be the step that we need. And it didn't fix it! Alright! Well, on the plus hand, we got new Allure Titans that we can get, I guess.
Asset transportation in progress.
Try to scream.
Confirming asset delivery. Asset has been transported.
I don't know why. For some reason, I have not even normal Thriller. I have Patrick Star singing Thriller stuck in my head.
We've been tasked with another objective, and I'd like you to spearhead the effort.
Running on green.
Take a ride on the safari ride. Why not? Got nothing else to do. We just wait for things to go down. One of the Quetzalcoatlus has died, so we're gonna need to see if we can get a new one.
Please be aware that loud noises can disturb our animals. Please refrain from making any sudden sounds.
Which is why we're gonna drive in with a loud ass car. Very bustling engine. Oh, there we go. We got a dinosaur. A little Titan. Hi.
Originally from the Russian Far East, a Titan is a graceful hadrosaur with a long swan-like neck and a prominent hatchet-shaped skull crest that is often visually vibrant in color.
Yeah, beautiful dinosaur that is. I thought I was gonna do a social animation, but no, I just came here to drink.
Like other large hadrosaurs, a Titan sports a vivid crest upon its head. Not only does this hollow sonorous chamber aid its vocal communication, but it helps them to visually identify one another. Take note of the building you see here, the shelter.
Huh?
This secure structure has been built to offer shielded protection from any anomalous dangers.
What? Where? The shelter? I didn't know that they would talk about buildings. I just thought they would only talk about the dinosaurs. That's a nice little detail. And all of one guy is in the viewing gallery. Hey, big guy. How you doing? We're so close to 5 stars. This is just horrendous. Yeah, I betcha it's the Ceratosauruses. I betcha, like, the one thing that could possibly, like, change this is the Ceratosaurus. But because of the fact that these stupid helicopters are stuck. What if I were to, like, move island quickly? Would that change things? That's why I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna quickly just do a quick, like, switcheroo. Go from, like, San Albertas to, like, let's say San Marie, and then quickly back to San Albertas, and we'll see if that fixes it. I'm hearing a lot of ticks and clicks. What's going on here? Oh, you... This is the dumbest glitch I've ever seen. How do you fix this? Because this is stupid. Looking at the Drysaurus, I just remember that there's actually another big update that that Frontier did to this game, and it actually is reminiscent to an old feature that J-Pog used to have, At least I think, pretty sure it's a feature. I don't know if it actually is a feature or if it's just a rumor, but I'm pretty sure it's a feature. But in Jurassic World Evolution, no, I mean in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, there used to be a feature where you could just, if you had Dryosaurus, you didn't even need to put the Dryosaurus in an enclosure. You could just let it run wild with the guests, and the guests would be perfectly happy and fine with the Dryosaurus walking around. Almost like a little petting zoo, because there's like gentle dinosaurs that no way could hurt people. Well, of course, looking at the size of these Dryosaurs, actually, now thinking about Dryosaurus is surprisingly massive. When I learned how big Dryosaurus actually was, I was amazed. So I thought it was like small, I thought it was like knee size, but no, these were like proper dinosaurs that would look at you like headlights. Look at this! You can see like the size difference. They're huge.
This hollow sonorous chamber aid its vocal communication.
But yeah, like, but you know, they would run around like and without any problems to the guests, and I thought that was such a nice feature. And what the new update is, unfortunately, it doesn't go to the whole game. It only goes to it's only a sandbox setting. Unfortunately, would have liked it if it was like a part of the main game. But in the main game, you can have a setting where you can have like a walkthrough. What's the word? Where you're allowed to like interact with the animals. An interactive exhibit. I'm going to go with. I can't remember what the word is, but the one where you go to a farm and it's like goats and stuff, and you can interact with the goats and stuff. Yeah, but for dinosaurs. Now, of course, I'm assuming this only applies to logical dinosaurs. So these dinosaurs would be okay to interact with, but you can't obviously just like walk with an Acrocanthosaurus. Or even ceratopsians and the whatnot. Like there's obviously dinosaurs that would like make sense why they wouldn't be interactive, but they're there. Tyrannosauruses are still stuck. Yep, these guys are just having a casual chubby house in the sky. While the Ceratosaurus are just in a claustrophobic hatchery. Dumbest glitch on Earth. Alright. Perhaps I can find a way to get Ceratosaurus in that enclosure without relying on those stupid helicopters. Oh, you hurt my soul. You hurt my soul. Oh, you give me Dinochirus and Shonisaurus. Stop it, I'm getting the Dunkleosteus DNA. We'll see if we can get it in the future. On a different island. The Cheolopterus? Oh, you're teasing me, game! You're spoiling me. Oh great, now the bloody storm's coming. Okay then. Oh, that's like a moment in Cars. I think I did it? That is clearly blatantly 5 stars. But I'm not getting any sort of notification going like, oh, you got 5 stars. Or any of that. I don't know. Is there like a small little fingernail like worth that is missing or something? Because this looks like 5 stars to me. Hold on, did I say that correctly? Was there a building in the... Well, it's gone now. I thought I saw a building in the appeals for some reason. Okay. I'm gonna give it a few seconds, as you never know, but I feel like I'm now in 5 stars. It took me to get a second Acrocanthosaurus and modifying a bunch of buildings to get there, but I think we made it. We'll give it a second. Okay, yeah, no, this is... Alright, the game's not gonna congratulate me, so I'm gonna congratulate myself. So, there we go. I don't know why they don't have a "you did it" 5 stars screen for San Albertas, but whatever. We've reached that point. It's all that matters. All right. So yeah. I guess this is fair. Oh yeah. Nothing else I could really think about doing. Bloody the Ed and Eddie helicopters over here are still stuck looking at the trees of the hatchery instead of getting the Ceratosaurus out of there. So I don't know what to do about that. So they're just kind of just forever just gonna be there, I guess. And the Ceratosauruses, this enclosure, this hatchery, that's its home now. That's the Ceratosaurus's home now. There's nothing I can do about that. But yeah, well, we got the Acrocanthosaurus. We got some other stuff here and there. But most importantly, we've reached 5 stars. So next, we're gonna try and go to the other 2 islands, San Marie, I believe, and the other one, the really small one. We'll see if we can get 5 stars on those islands. And it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be tough because both of those islands are, compared to this island, they're both pretty small. So I don't know what the hell I'm gonna possibly do to get those islands to 5 stars. But we'll see what happens. It's probably gonna be safari. That's probably the answer. Safari plus high-ranking dinosaurs. That's my best bet. But yeah. So if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button. If you want to see more, click the subscribe button. And I'm Super Marcel. Make sure you have a super tap.